We start with that major train derailment in the south suburbs, causing a whole bunch of problems this afternoon. A freight train derailed just before 11 o'clock this morning, prompting an evacuation of nearby residents from their homes. This happened in the 21,000 block of Main Street.
An order has been lifted. There's still a lot to clean up. Tia is live in Matteson with the latest for us.
Well, Terrence, you talked about a lot to clean up, and look behind me, a lot of heavy equipment has been brought in to start this cleanup process, trying to get those rail cars back upright and then removed off of those tracks. But let me walk you through what we have learned since we've been on the ground here in Matteson. A Canadian National freight train overturned early this morning, and officials tell us that it was carrying small amounts of petroleum gas, also known as the traditional propane that you would use on a gas grill. They weren't sure if this was going to turn into a hazmat situation, and out of an abundance of caution, that's when residents were evacuated. And according to the mayor, she's now saying people can return back to their homes. Take a listen.
To our residents, you are safe. I want them to know that we have put out an order for them to return back to their homes.
So right after 10:30 this morning, 25 freight cars went off the tracks in the 21,000 block of Main Street here in Matteson on the east side of the Main Street crossing. Less than an hour later, 300 residents were evacuated because one of the freight cars was leaking a substance. Crews from Mavis Hazmat Materials team determined it was petroleum gas, which is flammable. Heavy cranes have been brought in to lift those rail cars off the tracks. Steve DeJong, a deputy fire chief and Mavis investigator, says the chemicals, they don't pose a risk to local residents.
When that chemical reaches a certain temperature, it just evaporates off into the air. We again had no readings on any of our monitoring equipment of any hazards in the air. There was no gas readings, no chemical readings, no anything. There was no readings anywhere around, in or around the accident site.
I just want to make sure that they tell us everything and there's nothing that they keep hidden, because this is serious and we really got to figure out what's going on and why it happened.
Well, the why, we may not know that for quite some time. We know that this was a Canadian National freight train. Of course, they are part of this investigation. We were also told that first on the scene was the Matteson Police Department, also the Matteson Fire Department, and Homeland Security was out here as well. Now, there is a Metro commuter train that runs right in the same area. That train is back up and running, but one of the issues that residents will definitely have to contend with probably throughout the evening, it's unknown how long this will last, but you can see behind me several blocks have been blocked off right now because of the cleanup, and it's unclear how long it will take. Of course, we will be here on the ground in Matteson for the 5 o'clock news as well, and if we get any updates, we'll bring them to you right here on air and of course on our website, fox32chicago.com. Live in Matteson, Tia Ewing, Fox 32 Chicago.